So, good morning to all. Today we are starting a new chapter, and the name of the chapter is The Sentence. Right? When we talk about the sentence or what is a sentence, first thing we should know that how to frame a sentence. Right? So now you can see on the screen some sentences are given here. Okay? You can see there are some sentences here. So the first sentence is the hill went up Jack and Jill. Next is Jack and Jill went up the hill. So now when we read these sentences, there is some error in the first one. Okay. So how do we find that what is the error? Why the sentence is not correct? So now the question arises, do these groups of words make sense? Are they giving some sense? Do they suggest something about a person, place, or a thing? Now, when we read these sentences, what is the difference between the first and the second sentence? The first sentence does not make a sense. Means when we are reading this first sentence, it's not giving us full meaning, but the second does. The second sentence is giving us a good meaning, or you can say it's a sensible sentence. Okay. So now the second sentence follow the three rules of making a sentence. What are the three rules? It makes complete sense. You can see here, second sentence, Jack and Jill went up the hill. So the first one is, it makes complete sense, right? It's giving full meaning. It begins with a capital letter. You can see here, it's beginning with the capital letter. It ends with a full stop. It's ending with a full stop. Okay. Now, after reading the sentence, we should know that what is a sentence, what is the definition of a sentence. Okay. So when we read about the definition, we come to know that a group of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence, right? A group of words. When you frame a sentence, how is a sentence made? We are using words to make a sentence. And how are words made? Words are made by joining different alphabets. Okay. So a group of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence. So second point is a sentence expresses a complete thought. A complete sentence will give us a complete meaning or complete thought. When we write a sentence which is complete, it is having a subject and a verb in it. And fourth point is we can categorize sentences based on their purpose and their structures. In your next chapter or in your senior grades, you will learn about different kinds of sentences also, or you must have studied also, right? So again, I am repeating, a group of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence. And how it is made? It is made with words. Words are made from alphabets. Second point is saying a sentence expresses a complete thought. Third is saying a sentence must contain a subject and a verb. Now, when we talk about subject and a verb, we should know what is a subject and what is a verb in a sentence. So now, again, a definition is there. A sentence may be defined as a group of words that contains a subject and a predicate and expresses a complete thought. Now, subject and predicate, new things for you, okay? You must have studied, but again in grade 4, we are going to learn what is a subject and what is a predicate, okay? Now, you can see here in this picture, the baby is smiling. So the baby is your subject and is smiling is your predicate. Again, my pet is a koala. So my pet is subject and is a koila is predicate. Okay. Now, what is a subject? We should know when we are reading about parts of a sentence, we should know what is a subject and what is about predicate. So the subject is who or what the sentence is about. Like if we are talking about any sentence, who is the doer of the action? Who is doing the action in the sentence? So subject is who or what the sentence is about. Okay. How about predicate? It describes the subject, actions, states of being or events. The verbs and all the other words that come after the subject is called the predicate. Okay, so it is receiver. Okay, whatever action is done, it's like action, states of being or events. So verbs and other words that comes after the subject is called the predicate. Like I said, the baby is smiling. So the baby is subject and what the baby is doing is smiling. So is smiling is your predicate. Second thing, remember subject is always a noun or a pronoun. Like I said, the baby. So baby is a noun. If I say he is smiling, so he is your pronoun, right? Now look at these words. This is also a new thing for you. In a corner, by day, in the daytime, in the west. Now you can see these groups of words make sense. They are giving meaning, but they are not with complete sense. Okay, such groups are called phrases. A sentence has a verb in it and a phrase does not. Like when we write a sentence will always have a verb in it. But when we write a phrase, you can see like in the West, there is no action word here. Okay. So a phrase does not have a verb in it.